New York City is on the edge, and the polls just dropped a political bombshell. Zohran Mamdani is dominating. Andrew Cuomo's numbers are slipping. And if either Cuomo or Eric Adams drops out, this race takes a wild turn. In today's video, we're diving deep into the brand new polling averages as of August 5th, including shocking trend lines, dropout scenarios, and what it all means for the 2025 NYC mayoral race. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that like button to boost this video in the algorithm, and subscribe for more real-time political breakdowns every single week. Let's kick things off with the current state of the race. According to the latest polling averages, Zohran Mamdani is leading the pack with a commanding 38.5% of the vote. That's a strong position, signaling significant voter support for his platform. Trailing behind is former Governor Andrew Cuomo, holding 24.6%. Still a contender, but with some ground to make up. Sliwa follows at 14.8%, bringing his unique energy to the race, while Eric Adams sits at 10.9%, struggling to gain traction. Bringing up the rear is Jim Walden with a modest 1.2%. These numbers show Mamdani in a clear lead, but with multiple candidates vying for attention, the race remains dynamic and unpredictable. Now, let's shake things up and explore a hypothetical scenario. What happens if Andrew Cuomo decides to drop out of the race? The numbers shift dramatically. Zohran Mamdani surges to an impressive 46.5%, cementing his front-runner status and capturing nearly half of the voter base. Sliwa jumps to 17.1%, gaining some of Cuomo's supporters, while Eric Adams climbs to 16.8%, making the battle for second place a tight one. Jim Walden sees a small uptick to 4.2%, but remains a long shot. Without Cuomo in the mix, Mamdani's lead becomes even more formidable, suggesting his campaign is resonating deeply with voters. But what if Eric Adams is the one to step aside? In this scenario, the polling averages tell another compelling story. Mamdani continues to dominate, climbing to a whopping 49.8%, just shy of a majority. Andrew Cuomo picks up some of Adams' supporters, rising to 26.9%, which keeps him competitive but still well behind the leader. Sliwa holds relatively steady at 14.6%, showing his base remains loyal. Jim Walden inches up to 1.9%, but his impact remains minimal. This scenario underscores Mamdani's ability to consolidate support when key players exit, positioning him as a formidable force in the race. These numbers paint a vivid picture of a race that's far from settled. Zohran Mamdani's consistent lead across all scenarios suggests a strong, broad-based appeal. But the redistribution of support when major candidates like Cuomo or Adams drop out shows just how fluid this election could be. Will Cuomo or Adams find a way to close the gap? Could Sliwa's grassroots energy spark an upset? And what about an unexpected wildcard move from someone like Walden? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, this race is heating up, and we're here to keep you in the know every step of the way. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on what these polls mean for the candidates' strategies. Mamdani's team will likely focus on maintaining momentum, while Cuomo and Adams need bold moves to shake up the narrative. Sliwa's steady base could make him a dark horse if he capitalizes on key issues, and Walden, though a long shot, might still play a spoiler role. With Election Day on the horizon, every campaign stop, debate, and policy proposal could tip the scales. This election is far from over, but one thing's clear: Zohran Mamdani is leading the charge. But with names like Cuomo and Adams still in the game, or potentially out of it, the field is wide open for a shakeup. Now, it's your turn. Who do you think should be the next mayor of NYC? Drop your prediction in the comments. I read every single one. Like if you learn something new. Subscribe so you don't miss the next poll drop. And as always, stay sharp, stay informed. See you in the next one.